McCormick Theological Seminary is a seminary of the Presbyterian Church, USA. It is grounded in the theological thought and church life of the Reformed tradition.
When I was working as a young adult volunteer in Northern Ireland and then 2 years later in West Africa, I made the decision to follow a call to ministry and started to look for seminaries. I visited several of the seminaries around the country, and because of my experience in mission, realized that a seminary that was both Presbyterian but also ecumenical, that would represent a wide variety of the Christian traditions that I had learned about and worked alongside in mission, would be an important aspect of my seminary education.
When I began to make those types of decisions as far as deciding to go to seminary and that, I had in my mind, that was the most logical choice. Having known John Anderson for many years, he's had a very close relationship there with McCormick, as have Harold and Addie Morrison. Certainly Amy and Corey, they are past McCormick graduates, so it just seemed to be a natural.
McCormick Theological Seminary has enjoyed a rich and storied history, as well as a long-standing relationship with First Presbyterian Church of Lake Forest. Dr. James McClure was installed as pastor at First Presbyterian Church of Lake Forest on November 14, 1881. He served there until 1905. He then became president of Presbyterian Theological Seminary and served there until his retirement. That tie still remains today.
They lived at the seminary, heavens above, yes. And they had a very nice house, and I can remember seminary, go down and stay with them sometime, and seminary students come. And they were all, strictly gentlemen, and they all were dressed in a suit and a tie and all those proper things. And I remember my grandmother having them over and teaching them about tea. And I know I said at some graduation thing at McCormick, or where they are, and two of the students said to me afterwards, "What do you mean about tea?" Well, ministers' wives always, I was brought up, we always had tea at 5 o'clock or 4:30.
In the years that I've been serving here at First Presbyterian Church in Lake Forest, I've come to understand that part of our relationship to McCormick is not only historical, but a real commitment to growing future church leadership that is prepared for the church that is in a society, in a culture that's changing dramatically. In his inauguration speech, Frank Yamada, our new president at McCormick Seminary, talked about the demographics of the year 2040. We believe that by the year 2040, more than half of the population in the United States will be minority populations, and so many assumptions that we make about what the church looks like and how we worship together and how we think about faith together and live in community will all be changing.
In my first 6 months as president, people have asked me often, "Frank, what is your vision for the seminary? What is McCormick's vision for theological education?" And honestly, I don't know the answer to these questions. And for a while, this really bothered me. I do not know with certainty what our world will look like in 2040. It will be different. Maybe we have been asking the wrong question. Maybe instead of what is my vision, or what is our vision, the question needs to be reframed. What is God's vision? What is God up to in the world? And as I begin to change this question in my mind, I find that I change. My fretting turns more into a posture of faith. Faith not in my own ability to conjure up a successful future, singular, to the world's problems, plural, but a faith in the one who holds the future of the world.
I never anticipated the type of influence that McCormick would have. I was surprised at how The McCormick environment there has really allowed me to kind of explore that side of things and come back with, I guess, a feeling that, you know, I can do this.